What's up? Let's go. We're flying this thing. Day 2. Trek across the entire United States, ladies and gentlemen. Not even playing. We're flying this thing. All the 737 pilots seeing the ground moving by at 1 miles per hour. So are we. Hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome back to the coffee house. Benham, what's up, dude? John Kelly, what's up? Where are we at and where are we heading? Okay, so we landed last night in Westport, Massachusetts. We landed, we took off from where the Pilgrims landed, and then we flew down the coastline, and we landed in Martha's Vineyard, got a little fuel, and then we went on up to Allen's Pond and ended in Westport, Massachusetts. And now we're going to trek right along the coast, kind of just under some Class Charlie airspace. I'm trying to, so check it out, guys. I did a thing. I got ForeFlight on my phone, synced with my map here. So we got actual ground speed, airspeed, distance, all the stuff on ForeFlight synced from the, so we're going to start building the cockpit here, doing it. So, doing good. Marcos, what's up? Let's go for another journey. We are. So today we're leaving Westport, Massachusetts, and we're flying underneath of the airspace at, what is this airport up above us? It's Providence International, so we got to stay down out of that. And then we're flying over about an hour-and-a-half flight across Rhode Island and over into Connecticut. We're heading to Connecticut. We're going to land at a little private airfield over in Connecticut. So we're going to fire this baby up, put on the necessities here, and get in the air, guys. Let's go. We're going to get through this trip in about a month, I think. Alright, so where am I echoing from? Because I can hear myself. There's where I'm echoing from. Alright, we got it fixed. Alright, let's go. Let's get this bird in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch over to this view here. Start our alternator and our master switch is on. Let's turn this on. Brakes and contact. Clear prop. Or not. There we go. Got to turn on the master switch. Alright, Westport traffic. Aerolite 57 Echo taxiing out for departure. Here we go, guys. Let's do it. Alright, so I want to see something here. If ForeFlight tells me my wind. I think it does. I don't know where it's at. Okay, so right now winds are coming out of the southeast. Yeah. Westport traffic, Aerolite 57 Echo, back taxi for departure on runway 27. I'm missing something. Uh-oh. What am I missing? What's up? Joel, how's it going, dude? Hey, Brian. Hey, Marcos. Thanks so much. Jeremiah with 10 stars. What's up? How's it going, dude? Jose Montiel has followed 5 hours ago, and Zukufel has also followed 7 hours ago, so thank you, guys. Alright, guys, we're going to do our engine run-ups. My abs. Yes, I know. I'm going to get them on here. I'm okay. Bruno was not so well this morning, rushing to the ER, but... Oh, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Alright, let's check for traffic. We got no traffic. Let's check freedom of controls. We've got freedom of controls. Let's do a little bit of an engine run up here just to make sure we're good. Fuel is good. And let's see if our exhaust gas temperatures are coming up as needed. We'll pretend that they are. They're climbing a little bit here. Fuel's good. Altimeter is set. Barometric pressure 299er2. Alright, guys. All good. He is on the mend. Used to... Oh, dude, I'm glad to hear that. Alright, guys, let's get our glasses on because you can't fly if you don't have aviators on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch to our camera view here. We're take off. Check traffic one more time. Westport traffic. Aerolite 503 departing runway 27. Trekking across the United States in an ultralight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All right. Make sure ForeFlight has me on here, and it looks like it does, so we're going to go ahead and turn onto our course. What a beautiful day, and this is live weather, guys, so we are flying live weather. Winds are calm and a couple miles per hour out of the southeast, 0.2 nautical miles from the southwest, I'm sorry. Alright, we are on course. Let's check our heading indicator here. Fly on course of about 280, looks like. Trim this thing for level flight here. Clean up our flaps. I don't have a landing gear retractable on this guy, so we ain't gonna have to worry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves set up for the ride here. For our different views. Okay. Back into the cockpit. Alright. We're off, guys. We are heading to Connecticut. Alright, let's go out to our other view here. We are still climbing considerably. I want to cruise about 1500, so let's dive this thing back down here a little bit. Hey, DDA, how's it going, dude? We're on the next mission here. Alright, let's get our trims set where they belong. There we go. Get throttle up to about top of the green arc here. Make sure our VSI has got us, are you flying online? Yes, I should be, yes. So if you can find me, you're free to tag along. In fact, at some point, I want to do like an ultralight meetup. Just watched a flight test vid. Oh, nice. I haven't seen any of their stuff in a long time. I don't keep up with them a whole lot anymore because I've been so busy. Only so much time in the day, you know? Alright, I'm already off course, guys. I've lost my heading of 280 because I'm too busy trying to get my altitude. It ain't the same without any of us. I mean, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Alright, there we go. 55 nautical miles. Let's check our ground speed here. So our airspeed is clocking, yep, 56 on ForeFlight, and our ground speed is at 52 because we've got a 2.5 mile per hour, 2.6 nautical mile headwind. So that's gonna knock our ground speed down just a little bit. Make sure we're staying on course here. We still got an ultralight RC plane we got to finish. Nice! I'm glad to see also that my chats are updating. Streamlabs had a little bit of an issue today. It looks like, okay, let me catch up on chats here. Make sure my course is heading straight. We're looking good. ForeFlight attached to the sim, guys. Not gonna lie. Pretty amazing. I think it was my fault though, Joel, because I had changed the name from Chemex over to, we'll pop in and out throughout the flight. Gotta look at what I'm doing, something Gotta look like I'm doing something. Right, I get you, Venom. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you so much, dude. It looks like this, but the engine is in front of the wing. Oh, that's like the old weed hoppers or something, right? Didn't those have forward-facing engines? But okay, this last Windows update killed my Windows. Dude, this last Windows update did some stuff, too. It killed our church live stream computer. And I had to do a bunch of stuff to fix it. It messed up me last week, so yeah, I get you. Then, what was I gonna say? Oh, so Joel, I had changed my name from Chemex over to Coffee House. So my Streamlabs was still logged in as Chemex, technically. So finally the wires crossed and it was like, hey, Chemex isn't the name of this channel anymore. Alright guys, there we go. Let's settle in. My custom bot has been borked. Oops. Let's look around and see what we can see out here. It is beautiful. This, like I said, this is live weather. 1,500-foot cruise. Nice and calm, nice and sunny. This is what it looks like here today, too, in Ohio. It's beautiful. My chatbot's mean. So I'm gonna get one of those things. I'm gonna order it off of Amazon tonight. Yeah, I just allowed it to come through. It just asked me if I wanted to let it come through or not. I don't know why it flagged it, but whatever. So I'm gonna order one of those things, either one of those Velcro strap things that goes on your leg for your ForeFlight when you're flying, or I'm gonna get the one that goes in the middle of the yoke to mount the phone right here. So I'm pretty excited about it. What a beautiful day to go flying, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Reese Ireland, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And thanks for the like. Welcome to the coffee house. Everybody grab your cups. Cheers. We're flying across the United States of America in this go-kart with wings right here. I appreciate you following. Thanks so much. Welcome aboard. We got a nice little trek. We're just, we started last night at Pilgrim's Monument over on where the Mayflower landed, I believe is where that is, in Massachusetts. And now we are heading across the entire United States. John Zoldak, how's it going, dude? I'm flying my go-kart with wings, bro. We're doing it, Harry. And I've got ForeFlight hooked up to my my phone like a real airplane, and so I'm pretty excited about this. And it worked perfectly. So if anyone wants to know how to do that, you just hit me up and let me know, and I will help you. All right, so GPS altitude right now is 897 AGL. Ground speed is 52 knots. Our vertical speed is showing 25 feet per minute on the GPS, so that's cool. Tracking 265 heading currently, and ETA 59 minutes to our next waypoint. Get some fuel and decide where we're heading from this point on in our flight plan. How you doing today, Mr. Zoldak? We're gonna head out over a little stretch of water here. So beautiful, guys. I'm very shocked at how much the ForeFlight app is literally, if I even roll the ailerons a little bit, you can see my flight path changing on there. It is real time. Did you watch the video on my T-45 yet? I did not yet. I'm going to watch that when I go to dinner here in a little bit. And then I'll be back to fly again tonight for another leg of the flight, which I'm going to do my flight plan over dinner. Once we get to this one, we'll see where we're at. I'll eat my dinner, I'll watch your video, we'll talk about it, and then we'll do another leg of the flight tonight. It'll be a longer leg, too. I'll probably fly 2+ hours on my next leg. See where we land here. Right now our GPS altitude shows 1,000 feet, so I think that's okay. I generally like to fly a little bit lower, though. Those nose are down just a hair. Not good. I started today by backing into my sister's brand new car. Oh, snap, Mr. Lewis. Not cool, my friend. Not cool. Well, I am very sorry to hear that. Check this view out. This is kind of cool. Speaking of new cars, I got a new one. Oh, what'd you get, Joel? That's pretty awesome news. For the first time in my life, I'm actually so happy with the car that we have, I don't care about getting a new one. Mazda CX-30. Oh, very nice. That's awesome. Oh, check that little cove out down there. That's pretty sweet. We are getting to see the world. See, all you A320 Neo pilots don't get to see what I'm seeing. And the ground still moves at the same speed when you're at flight level 3-4. So, you know, we get scenery in this little ultralight. I think we're winning. I'm serious, dude. I have a 4-door Jeep Wrangler. I could care less about ever having another car. It's doggone amazing. It's 4-wheel drive in the snow, and it's convertible in the summertime. Yeah, all the A320 pilots, here's what they see. Watch. This is what they see. They see the sky, and the ocean, and a cockpit. And then if they do happen to look down at the ground, it's moving about as fast as this is. So I thought, you know what? At least when I'm flying in this little guy, I can see everything. This is amazing. And you guys get to see everything too. So everybody wins. That's what I think. Super tempted to get one. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, this is my second one, and we bought a brand new one in 2011, and then we bought, yeah, but you know what? Excuse me, my approaches give me lovely views. Yeah, well, guess what? I get that view the entire time I'm flying, Joel, and I get the same view on approach as you do, only I can see more, because look at this cockpit we're in. Look at this. You can look down between your feet and see the ground. Dude, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, we got our first one in 2011, and we got our other, we sold that one, bought a brand new 4-door, because our first one was a 2-door. And so we got our 2-door then in 2016, or our 4-door in 2016, and it's amazing. And it pulls my trailer, which is super cool too. If I look between my feet in a Boeing, I can see the ground. You might be doing something wrong then. You guys are so lucky for flying a big car in the U.S. or driving a big car in the U.S. cheap. I mean, I don't know what it's like over in Europe, so I have nothing to measure that against. Switched to YouTube because Facebook was hacking on you. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But that's okay. That's why we stream everywhere. You can watch on your platform of choice. The coffee house is everywhere. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all good. Wow, this new ForeFlight app even shows my current flight path as opposed to the magenta line. Your girl doesn't fit in it, though. Doesn't fit in what? What doesn't she fit in? I'm confused. $2 a liter, so 2 liters is roughly a gallon. I mean, we've paid $4 a gallon before here, and in some states it is $4 a gallon, so that's about... Doesn't fit in the Ultralight. Well, if you buy a 2-seater, she will. You could get a Cold Firestar, or a Cold Firefly, or a Cold Mark III if you really got money, and then you got a 2-seater. So, but then it's light sport aircraft. It's not really ultralight at that point. Oh, okay, so that's closer to $6 a gallon. That does make a little bit more of a problem, yes. Yeah, that's a little bit more of a problem. That's like $6 to $8 a gallon. If gasoline was $6 to $8 a gallon here in the United States, there'd probably be a civil war. Hey, Sam Tanny, thanks so much for following. John Zoldak, thanks for liking my stream. I appreciate it. Love from Indonesia. Thank you so much. Glad to have you aboard. Welcome to the coffee house. Everybody, raise your cups. Cheers. Sam Tanny, thank you so much. Or Sam Tani, if I'm saying it incorrectly. We're flying this little Aerolite 103 across the entire United States right now. We pay silly money for our fuel here in the UK, too. Yeah, it's kind of silly. %70 is tax. See, that's just unbelievable. I can't. I just can't. They tax what money you make, and then they tax you again when you're at... Oh, look at that little golf course down there. Then they tax you again in sales tax at the pump. Crazy. Crazy, I tell ya. Alright, so we are just south of Providence International Airport. So we are flying just around the bottom of their Class B airspace up there. So we are well within our flying zone. And we pay by the liter. We are heading, so we're crossing the entire United States, Samtani. I am decided I would take this little ultralight that flies 50 miles an hour. And it's like a go-kart. It's like a bicycle with wings. I mean, I could probably go as fast if I pedaled. But I wanted to do the adventure. So we're crossing the entire United States. Currently, we are right... Let's see. We're right here, and that is... Oh, I can't get out any further than that. It's on the East Coast in Massachusetts. I think we're actually in Rhode Island right now. And we're flying literally all the way across the United States to California. So there you go. So right now we have flown out of Massachusetts. We're in the south tip of Rhode Island. And now we are heading across into Connecticut, where we will land and get fuel. Yeah, that's crazy, DDA. I can't even imagine. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, no wonder you guys have trains and stuff like that there. Man. All right, we are about a third of the way to our destination here. We've got, yeah, we're about a third of the way right now, so we'll be coming up on the halfway point here any minute. About 42 nautical miles out from our destination. See if we can't get this bird leveled off a little bit better here. The public transport is quite expensive too. Oh my gosh, man. They get you guys coming and going, don't they? Whenever I hear the name Massachusetts, I can't help but think of Tom Green in the Road Trip movie. Right. What a movie. Oh my goodness, dude. I forgot about that movie. Oh, that's a cool bridge up there on the north side. Hey, what's up, Wrangler Girl? How's it going? Alright, so we are showing airspeed of about 55 knots and ground speed of 54 knots, so that's good. Eating lunch and watching before school starts. Oh, cool. Hello. Maintaining our course beautifully. This looks really nice. Late for school. Yeah, we homeschool, so we kind of do school whenever we get around to it. As long as she does it each day, we don't really care when she does it. So we kind of had a bunch of stuff. I had a meeting this morning. We had a bunch of other things going on, so we just did school this afternoon instead. And grocery store runs, yes. And visiting Dad, yes. So lots of other little things to get done today, so we just do school in the afternoon. It only takes about 3 hours to do school, so it's not like public school where you're gone from 7 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. You know, she can go in there, sit down. You don't have to worry about recess and lunch and gym class and all that. You just go in there and sit down and do your studies and you're done. Alright, it's getting warm up here. We're only 1,000 feet AGL, and it's kind of warm here in Massachusetts, or in Rhode Island. I'm gonna lose the sweatshirt while we're flying. Now, I will say, if I was flying one of these in real life, I would probably wear a full face, you know, some type of motorcycle helmet. That way, I had a visor to keep bugs out of my eyes. All that good stuff. Oh, look at this. Pilots looking down on people since 1903. Alright, so this big lake up here is our next landmark that we're going to try to keep our heading on. So I'm drifting to the left a little bit. The Warden Pond. I've been looking at another cockpit today. Oh, really? Nice. What are you looking at? Gotta work out a way of getting it from the Middle East to the UK. Ooh, a 747. Nice, dude. That's pretty amazing. Any better cost on this one compared to the last one? So I'm getting excited about how I'm going to plot my course, because once we start getting inland a little bit more, we're going to have to start worrying about the crossing of the Appalachian Mountains. So that's going to be an interesting thing that we're going to have to take a peek at as we... They don't know the cost yet. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to get across the Appalachian Mountain Range as we get inland into the Carolinas, Virginia, and all that. That's going to be kind of interesting. And I think we're going to head south to get our trip over to San Diego, California, because I obviously don't want to fly an ultralight over the Rockies. I don't think that would be advantageous. Fly over my house. You live in DC, bro. How in the heck am I going to do that? That's illegal airspace. You want me to get shot down by an F-15, don't you, Joel? I know what you're up to, mister. I live closer to Dulles. Where's that exactly? Is that north, or where would that be? Northern Virginia. Oh, okay. We might end up flying over that way. We'll have to see. Hey, Tom Horney, how's it going? We are crossing the United States, Tom, and we're doing it in an Aerolite ultralight. I'm pretty excited about it. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're staying safe on those roads out there. Hope you had a good birthday, too. Happy birthday. You're 27 again, right? I turn 27 every year, so I understand how it feels. Look at my go-kart with wings, Tom. It's amazing. Some people ride, you know, motorcycles across the United States. Some people pedal bicycles. This is my bicycle in the sky. All right, look at that. We're over Warden's Pond. Next stop, there should be Ninigret National Wildlife Refuge off to our left, and another small little pond that direction. I'd say probably 10 or 15 nautical miles out ahead of us. Am I the only viewer on Facebook? I don't know. I've got viewers on Twitch, and I don't know if people left on Facebook or not. It doesn't update all the time, Venom, so I'm not sure. I'm just up here flying, guys. Hopefully people will join. Alright, our altitude is still holding steady at 1,000 feet. I want to drop that down to about 700. Let's get down where we can see some more stuff. Alright, let's level off here. About 700 feet. Oh, hey, remind me, Benham. I keep forgetting this. Is it west you fly odd numbers, or no, west you fly even and east you fly odd, right? Is that the case? I can't remember. I think it's west you fly even numbers. I got Facebook all to myself. Ha! I hope not. I hope there's other people here. I hope people aren't ditching me on my flight across the United States on day 2. But you know what? It's their loss if they don't want to ride along in this amazing aircraft. Seeing the world, or at least part of it. Man, this is beautiful out here. I could ride some mountain bikes across those woods, that's for sure. Oh no, sir, we are all here. Yeah, Twitch, you guys are there. Facebook, I think, I think Facebook is dropping off quick. We're losing them, guys. Oh, I'm gonna fly. I don't care if no one's watching me. I'm still sitting here, so it's all good. I'm not really that worried about viewers. I mean, I love that everyone's here, don't get me wrong. But if I have 5 viewers or I have 55 viewers, I'm still the same. I just love doing this, so we carry on. I am super, super excited about the fact that my ForeFlight is working so well with my flight sim. This is amazing. Look at that scenery, guys. Poor Airbus pilots never get to see this. Except on final, like Joel said. Aircraft, you really felt it too. Yeah, I know. It's the only way to fly, dude. Okay, so I was telling my mom, I was talking to her earlier, out of all the aircraft in real life that I've ever flown, and out of all the things I've done, I'll stick with you. I appreciate that, Venom. You rock, bro. Out of all the things I've ever flown, there are 3 flights in my life that I look back on and they were the best flights I've ever had. 1, my very first flying lesson, the grass field was too wet to get out of, and so the Bell 47G, the Big Bell MASH copter, was sitting there, and my flight instructor said, if you give me an extra 50, I'll split the cost with you, and we'll go for a helicopter lesson. And I'm like, I've flown radio-controlled helicopters for almost my whole life, so I totally understand the cyclics and all that stuff. So he did the technical stuff like head speed and, you know, all the stuff that I didn't need to know or that I don't know about, and temperatures and things like that. Got us all fired up on the runway and said, all right, take me for a ride. Literally never touched the controls. I lifted us off into a hover, went into forward flight, whole 9 yards, guys. And I went over and landed in my buddy Jim. Joel, you know Jim. Jim B from Flight Test. I went over and landed in their backyard, and they all come running out, and here's me in this helicopter, and I touch down, and my flight instructor puts his hands up in the window and goes, okay, take off. So I took off, and he held his hands in the side window as I turned and took off, and like literally flew a helicopter. Yes. So that was flight 1, one of the best flights I've ever had. Flight 2, my same flight instructor, we were up in the Taylorcraft one day, which is similar to a Piper Cub, but you're sitting side by side instead of tandem. And we were heading out for just a flying lesson, and he says, you know, it's hot out here today. It was like 87 degrees. So he goes, let's take the doors off the plane. So we took the doors off the Taylorcraft, and they're rated to fly that way. And it's a Jeep in the sky. You're flying along, and it's like, it's amazing, dude. So that was flight 2, best flight of my whole life. We flew down and over some lakes at like 500 feet AGL and just flew down through the waterways, and like, pretty amazing. Flight number 3, best flying I've ever done in my life, was in one of these. 30 miles, this old Quicksilver that I got to fly in flew a top speed of 38 nautical miles per hour. 38 knots. Like, it was, not nautical miles, sorry, 38 knots. So about just over 40, like, it was as slow as Moses. There were times when I had a little bit of a headwind, so my ground speed was like 32, and there were cars just outrunning me up the road. But I gotta be honest, absolutely floating above the treetops in an ultralight where you can look around and see everything, #1 most favorite thing I've ever flown. So yeah, it's everything it's cracked up to be. It's just a motorcycle. It's a 4-wheeler or a motorcycle in the air. That's what I like to call it. Alright, we are 29 nautical miles from our destination. Let's check out what we got coming up here. Should be a pond off to our about 10 o'clock, and there is. The Ninigret National Wildlife Refuge is right there. I don't know what that is, but there it is. So we're following our air map precisely. I can't wait to get my PPL. Yeah, dude. Pretty cool stuff. I can't wait to buy my own aircraft, and it may even be something like this. But I wouldn't mind getting like a Kolb or something that's got 2 seats though, because I would love to take my girls flying. I watched a YouTube video last night. I would love an RV. Yeah, those are sweet, but man, that's a lot of money. I was watching a YouTube video last night of a 50-some-year-old lady in the 1990s. Ugh. Flew. I've been working hard, guys. Sorry for all the yawning. I don't sleep much right now, but I push through. Some lady who was like in her 50s, who was a pilot her whole life, and did this in the late 1990s, flew from Oregon all the way to Sun and Fun in Florida in an ultralight. She didn't want to cross the Rockies, obviously, because that would be a death sentence. So she flew all the way down the Pacific coast and then across the bottom into Arizona and flew along the southern part of the United States where it wasn't all mountainy. Said it was the best thing she's ever done as a pilot. Pretty incredible. I should have another pond up on our left-hand side, which on our air map we do. Fuel situation's looking good. We're just at a quarter of a tank, and let's see where we are in our flight. We are over the halfway point. We're at about the 2/3 point right now, so that's good. Doing an update to my Facebook post. All right, everybody. Looking good. We got 4 tracking our progress across the ground. It's so incredible to be able to use this in a real airplane and actually have it connect correctly to the simulator. Pretty amazing, the times we live in. So, do not tell me we just crashed. Oh, for the love of... all things holy, guys. I'm really getting tired of this. Okay, pause, because, you know, I need more than 16 gigs of RAM. Let's find an airport close to where we were. And just jump back in the sky. Let's see if this was an airport right here. What a bummer. KWST will get us back on track. Yeah, I need to go to Micro Center and just get my RAM. This is silly. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's try this again. Yeah, I should. There was another computer I found that had an RTX 3070 in it with a Ryzen 9 processor and everything, and I was gonna buy it, and I didn't. Hey, thanks for liking the stream, Adam Drain. We will be back up momentarily. I'm so bummed that I switched views and it caused it to crash. That's a bummer. Which it shouldn't have done that, being out there in that little area like that. So we've got ForeFlight hooked up to the app today, so we're trying that out. And yeah, I'm going to need to go get that RAM. But I found another computer, and it had a Ryzen 9 up from the Ryzen 7 I have. It had an RTX 3070 Super in it, which is way bigger than the card I have. And so it was only like $1,600 or $1,700. The graphics card's worth more than that. And I didn't do it because I'm like, nah, let's not be irresponsible. And now I'm kind of wishing I'd have pulled the trigger on that, because then I could have used the machine I have now for streaming, and then my Mac, which I'm streaming on, would have been just my editing machine. So, yeah. Do you got an app for the phone? Yeah, I got ForeFlight. I've always had ForeFlight for my phone, and for my iPad. When I used to fly drones, I needed to be able to see airspace classifications. Hey, Paras Malik, thanks so much for liking the stream. We're getting back up here. We had a little bit of a short circuit, so we're getting back into the air on our trek. But yeah, so, I forget what I was going to say. I got so much going through my mind right now trying to get this back up. So anyway, I was going to buy it and I didn't, and I should have. So, yeah. Hindsight's 2020, but as soon as I see another one of those come available, it's getting ordered. Or I'm at least going to go get the RAM upgrade for this. Hey, Benham, thanks for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Let's get back in the air here, guys. Let's make sure our flight thing is connected. All right, we ducked out of the race here at KWST. So let's select our departure airport of KWST, Westerly State. Let's take a departure out of Westerly State from this direction. Set as departure. Let's go flight conditions live. And let's hit close. And now let's make sure that we are attached to our ForeFlight app here real quick. We need to get into the flying section. Devices. Connected. Flight events is connected. Let's see if it says connected on the screen here. And then we will move forward with our flight. And maybe while I'm eating my dinner, I'll drive to Micro Center and pick up my RAM for tonight's flight. Who knows? Alright, let's see if flight events is connected. Alright, there we are. We're connected and we're back on track. So it shows me on the ForeFlight app. Wow, that's amazing. It reconnected that quickly. Alright, guys, I'm getting back in the air. Here we go. Back on course. Alright. Westerly traffic. Aerolite 57 Echo, departing the pattern to the northeast. Climb and maintain 1,000. There we go. How's it going for us? Hope you're having a great day. Cheers. Welcome to the coffee house. Hey, what's up, Lucid on YouTube? We had to do a little bit of a reboot there because my flight sim decided to crash on me because I don't have enough RAM. But that's okay, because we're back in the air, and we're doing it. We're good. So, we are looking good on our trims. Let's get our throttle back down to a manageable level here. Hey, thanks for hosting me with a viewer on Twitch, Lucid. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Alright, there we go. Let's get back into our cockpit view, which it seems to like this one the best. We're going to regain I am doing well, Lucid. You know what I'm actually thinking of doing, guys, is getting a logbook and actually manually keeping track of all the airports I land at, how long I fly between each one, and all that stuff, just because I think it would be sweet. Sorry, watching my phone right now, so there's a big delay on Twitch. Oh, no problem, man. That's why we multi-stream. We're on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, so you can literally watch wherever you please. About external view or flyby, etc. Yeah, so we have an external view like this. We've got an external view like this. You can see all the things. I'm just trying to get back on course here because my flight sim. Hey, how you been, friend? All hope you're doing well. We're flying across the entire United States in an ultralight. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna veer back towards the north just a hair and get myself back on course. And I attached ForeFlight to my phone, and so now I have the ForeFlight app, which we use in the real airplane. And now we have that in here, and we're tracking ourselves on ForeFlight as we fly across the United States. Check our gas. Okay, we're good. Exhaust gas temperatures look good. Vertical speed's okay. Altimeter's looking good. Make sure our altimeter is set properly and heading indicator is set properly. Maintaining 60 knots. Let's check that on our ground speed. And it says we're maintaining 58 ground speed on ForeFlight just because we've got a tick of a headwind. Not much, though. The most airplane-like ultralight that I've seen. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I really like this little thing. It's got a nice little view to it. They make these actually. The first factory where these were made is in Ohio, my home state, and now they're made. They sold the company and they're made by another guy down in Florida. You Fly It, I think, is the company that owns Aerolite now. You can get a brand new one of these for between 18 or 19 at the low end and 24,000 at the high end. Brand new, already built, ready to go. I think kits for these are around 11,000 if you want to build it yourself, and that's without a motor. So I think you got to buy your own motor package as well. But yeah, pretty darn cool. Getting back on course from our crash here. Looks like a small 1652 or a Piper with no side body panels and a pusher pro. I know, right? Pretty fun because having the motor behind you and having the wings and all that behind you makes it, you know, makes it pretty fun for you know, you don't have to see a whole lot. You can just kind of look at your scenery and not be blocked by all the cockpit and all that stuff. Visibility, yes, amazing. I'm so happy with this ForFlight tracking app. This is insanely cool. Alright, so we're 17 nautical miles from our landing spot for this evening. Is this an example of a sport licensed aircraft as opposed to a private pilot? Okay, so there's actually three, friend to all. There's what's called Ultralight, and it falls under what's called FAR Part 103. FAR Part 103 is aircraft that are under a certain weight, that are single-seater, under a certain horsepower, and as long as you fall within those criteria, you have to have 0 pilot's license at all. Like, you can buy one and go fly it the same as you would ride a bicycle down the street. What's called LSA, or Sport Pilot, which is light sport aircraft, are the ability to carry 1 passenger plus yourself. So LSA light sport aircraft also have to be within a certain weight, but they're a lot higher than an ultralight. They're experimental aircraft usually, and so LSA aircraft, for instance, a Taylorcraft is right at the top side weight-wise for and horsepower-wise for a LSA aircraft. It's a 2-seater. So LSA, light sport aircraft, a Taylorcraft is a general aviation airplane that would qualify. I believe certain Cessna 150s qualify for LSA. Don't quote me on that, but you'd have to look it up. Then private pilot's license is required to fly anything above that weight and with more than 1 extra passenger. So if you have like a Piper Cherokee, or if you have a, if you've got like a Piper Tri-Pacer like what I used to fly, Piper Aero, you know, any 4-seater airplane or 3-seater or anything like that. Okay, so no Cessna 150s qualify. They're probably too heavy. So like a Taylorcraft, I know for a fact is right top side of LSA, so I was able to fly the Taylorcraft for light sport. So yeah. So private pilot's license is anything above that. I'll have to get all the weights and the actual specs for 103 LSA and private pilot's license. That way I have that on hand when people ask. Alright guys, 15 nautical miles out. Let's see, what's our ETA to destination? 15 minutes. Aircoups with fabric wings qualify. Oh, okay, but metal wings are too heavy. Gotcha. That's probably why the 150s and 152s are too heavy. Thanks. I'll let you get back to landing this fair weather daylight ultra aircraft. Yeah, well, you know what? I gotta be honest. It's a super fun way to fly. In real life, this is the most fun I've ever had flying one of these. Because it's kind of like a motorcycle. If you get on a motorcycle and you go out and it's super windy and it starts to rain on you, sucks. Ask me how I know. So when you're out on a motorcycle, or if you're in the Jeep with the tops off, you want it to be nice and sunny and a beautiful day. So when you're out flying recreationally like this, wind in your face, nice and calm, nice weather. This is the most fun way to fly, not gonna lie. Alright, altitude at 1478. We don't need to be quite that high, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down for about a 500 feet per minute descent as we're closing in on our airport up here. We're above pattern altitude to fly across New London, however. Alright, let's go down just a little more, trim ourselves out for a little bit of a descent. You know, friend to all, it's all in what you like, you know? It's like, I love riding motorcycles, and this is basically a motorcycle in the sky. So this is what I love. It's fun. You gotta do what makes you happy, you know? Ooh, look at that little baseball field down there off to our left-hand side. Can't wait to get my little iPad mount for my yoke. Where are these stored and takeoff landing? So you can store them in a hangar just like a regular aircraft. You can also, some Aerolites actually have foldable wings. So you can undo the wing bolts, fold the wings down, and you can literally put them in a box trailer and store them in your own garage. Hey, there's Joel. What's up, dude? What is that, a Diamond DA-40? Or is that a 20? Yeah, so you can store these anywhere. That's what's really cool about them. And the other really nice thing about these aircraft is you can fly them, a DB-20, okay, you can fly them out of about any runway. I mean, your takeoff and rollout on one of these, 75 feet, and you're breaking ground. Oh, they just made an updated Burke Lakefront? Nice, that's cool. Cleveland National Air Show, guys. Not an open field or golf course takeoff and landing. You could. I mean, you could put bush tires on one of these and take off out of a field easily. A lot of guys do that, actually. Thanks for the message, Adam. That's pretty sweet, dude. I'll check it out. Alright, ground speed. We've picked up our ground speed a little bit. We're at 62 knots now. That's pretty good. Maybe because our VSI is actually at 0, so we're not diving. That's good. Doggone beautiful day to fly, guys. Are these as safe as a Cessna 152? I would say, in some regards, maybe safer. Would you like to know why? I'll tell you. You see this little thing right here that says danger on it? That's what's called a ballistic parachute. And so, basically, in a nutshell, if you have a structural failure, or let's say your elevator cables completely came loose and there was no way to recover yourself and you were going to hit the ground, you can shut off your motor in midair, below that ballistic chute, and they have like an ejection charge, like the ejection seat of a fighter jet, and you can literally blow that chute out. It goes up, it's attached to the airframe, and it brings you and your airplane to the ground safely. So, I mean, in some respects, this could be actually safer than a general aviation aircraft. In my humble opinion. I mean, anytime you've got a second chance if something goes wrong, not really the worst deal. Hey, Ken Kirshner's like the stream. Greg, hey, thanks for liking the stream. I appreciate it. I just saw that come through. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the coffee house. Cheers. We're flying across the United States in this little go-kart with wings. My friend Randy last night was telling me about some guys that cross the entire United States on scooters. And so this would be kind of the equivalent, you know what I'm saying? Hey Ken, I have ForeFlight attached to my phone, and this is what we use in the real airplane, and like it's syncing to my app on Microsoft. So incredible. Alright, we are 7.3 nautical miles, 6 minutes and 59 seconds away from our destination. We're going to be landing. Let's go ahead and get our airport information up here. We got runways 2 or runway 20. So I think we'll, there's no wind info coming in at the moment. So I guess we can probably pick whatever we want. We could maybe tune ASUS. And I bet you I got a stream sniper here, ladies and gentlemen. I hear an airplane. Maybe? No? Oh, I thought I heard somebody. I thought Joel was still with me. Alright, so we're going to be coming across the harbor here according to my air map. Is this payware aircraft? Yes, this was in the Microsoft store. I bought it for $14, I think it was, $15. So if you go into the simulator, you can go in and you can buy it through the Microsoft store. I thought this was a cool airplane considering that they are designed originally in Ohio, where I'm from. So kind of cool. I'm gonna get some dinner and a cup of coffee. I saw you staring at your leg a lot. I figured you bought it. I did. And so they make a thing. You can either get like a Velcro strap, and you do this in real ultralights, and sometimes even in like 150s and stuff, where you can strap your iPad to your leg with a Velcro thing. Or they make a thing for this honeycomb yoke that holds your phone app right here. So I'm thinking about ordering that for Amazon so that I've got my GPS and all that stuff right here as I'm going. Because then I can tune airport information and get all kinds of stuff. Like, so if I want to tune airport information for this airport, flight services is 122.2, so we could go here on the radio, and then we could go nearest airport list. Mile Creek is where we're landing, and we can tune Mile Creek traffic. Select a runway for landing. We'll select runway 19er and announce a full stop landing. Announce position.
Flight Charlie Tango 7 traffic copy of November 4257 Echo 5 miles east 900 feet inbound to land runway 19er.
There it is. So since we're gonna land on runway 2, get our ATC over here. We're gonna be landing to the south, so I'm gonna go ahead and circle this direction. We'll enter the pattern in from the south side so that we can do a nice downwind and base and final onto runway 2. Alright, our fuel situation is still looking really good. The kneeboard was the old school clipboard. Heck yes, sir, it was. Hey, Mark Burgess, how's it going? Hit the like, follow, share button for this amazing streamer. Oh, thanks so much, bro. I appreciate that. You are an amazing guy. Day 2. We're flying across. We've made it across Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and now we are into Connecticut. Good old Connecticut. We're landing at the Mile Creek little private airport. We've called ahead. It's a restricted private airport, but we called ahead in flight services. Talked to the FBO manager. Got permission to land here. We'll go ahead and re-announce our position since we've changed.
Flight Charlie Tango 7, traffic copy of November 4257 Echo 3 miles east, 900 feet inbound to land runway 19er.
Did you say Niner? Alright, there's our airport. We'll go ahead and get into the pattern here, get ourselves set up to land on runway 2. It's amazing looking at the air map. I've got an actual, I have a aeronautical sectional map up on ForeFlight right now, and it is incredibly cool what you can actually see on here. Hopefully they have a courtesy car here. Is this live weather for your tour? Yes, no, it's live weather. I clicked live this time. It's actually this nice over here. Eastern Seaboard. We had this type of weather here in Ohio earlier today, but it's starting to cloud up a little bit. But yeah, it's been beautiful over here on the East Coast. So yeah, live weather. You guys are going to force me to have to start getting up at 5 in the morning to do my morning legs before the wind gets above 10 knots. You don't really want to fly one of these in anything more than that. Alright, let's announce our position. Go ahead and power back just a little bit. We'll get into our downwind here. We are currently 836 feet AGL, which is great. I can get down a little bit as we enter the pattern here. Mile Creek traffic, 57 Echo, entering pattern downwind for runway 2. Oh, looking good. Nice little runway. Hey, there's Joel. Very nice. I knew you would still stay with me, bro. I hope to have a whole slew of these ultralights flying across the United States with me pretty soon. Alright, let's go ahead and power back just a little bit. Let's drop a notch of flaps. Mile Creek traffic. Aerolite 57 Echo, turning base leg for runway 20. Hey, Roger Pinto has liked to stream. Welcome to the coffee house, Roger. We're crossing the United States of America in an Aerolite 103, so welcome to our stream. Alright, we can drop full flaps on this guy. Let's go ahead and drop her in here. First time I ever flew an ultralight in real life, I gotta be honest, diving to the ground like this was kind of freaky because it was not the same as a normal airplane. Now let's see if we can butter the bread for a landing here, ladies and gentlemen. Doggone beautiful, if I do say so myself. Alright, we have came to a full stop. And now we are getting told that we're gonna crash here. That's okay. we made it to our destination. We're safe and sound. I guess we must have gone off the runway a little too far. It's quicksand, guys. This happened to me at one of the other little airports we landed at. I landed at this little island. It looked like I landed at the Bates Motel, and it did the same thing to me, so oh well. That is all good. Main menu. Actually, yeah, main menu. Continue. Alright guys, well, we have made it to our destination for this leg of our journey. I am going to get some dinner, plan the next map out for our journey, and I will be back in a couple hours, and we're going to fly leg 2 of our flight across the United States of America in a powered bicycle. Hope you guys are having a good time with me. This is super fun. And I will be back. It's 5 o'clock now. I'm going to say probably 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll give me 2 hours to get flight planned out here for the next leg. And then we'll fly for 2 to 3 hours probably on the next leg. Really try to get ourselves moving along. Let's look at where our map is. We can kind of see a little bit about where we're going to go. So let's go to the world map. We are currently in Mile Creek. Okay, so there's our departure. Let's just see where we're at here on the grand stage of things. So there's LaGuardia. Obviously, we can't fly through Class B airspace at LaGuardia. Not gonna happen. So, Mile Creek, we're probably going to have to go up here somewhere just to stay away from some of that. Let me find out where LaGuardia is here on my ForeFlight map. No, I did not do that yet, Mr. Kirsch. Alright, so there's LaGuardia, and we've got to stay pretty far up above that. So let's go, we're going to probably fly, I don't want to go out over the Atlantic Ocean for too far, so we're probably going to fly Mile Creek inbound and kind of split just above to the north of LaGuardia's airspace, and we'll see where Stewart International is. We may be able to duck under that, I'm not sure, I'll have to look at that. Hey, Zany13, thanks so much for being here on YouTube. Good to see you. How have you been? And the other 2 viewers than me. Oh, there's more viewers. We're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. So the little white dots on the map are the like little teeny tiny airports. As you zoom in on the map, you'll start to see there's some little ones. So I'm hoping that LaGuardia and Stewart International are not overlapping, or else I either have to fly under the radar, nice and nice and skirt through there illegal like, or we gotta fly all the way up around those bigger airports. And so I don't know. We're gonna see. We may be able to make that trek like Joel was saying, because there's Dulles. So we could go up around here and then fly down through this no man's land all the way down. And then we got to start watching for the Appalachian Mountains. So we're going to have to find out where that's at. And then probably fly south far enough to where we can fly through the Appalachians and not have them super high. Hey, what's up, Felix on YouTube? How's it going? Now all the YouTube people come. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now. We're going to get some dinner here in Mile Creek. Hopefully the courtesy car is here. We can take that into the airport. We're going to get some dinner. We'll be back here in about 2 hours. Pick up where we left off at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll fly somewhere up into here to do the next leg of our journey. Or if I can cut around the south of LaGuardia and not have to go over the ocean too far, we may do that. And then fly right in here and skirt along the edge. And I may cheat a little and go into this area so we can fly past the White House and just see that on our journey. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll see you guys back here in just a little bit. 7 p.m. guys. Talk to you soon.